Welcome to Rider Eye. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about new riders. So if you're a new rider, you know somebody that's wanting to get into riding motorcycles and stuff like that, this video is for you. I'll be going over a few things like, bike options, riding gear, what to look out for, and especially what to look out for when you're purchasing your first motorcycle, okay? Now, obviously, people can go around, start on metric bikes, start on, 250s, whatever it is. Today, we're specifically going to talk about Harley Davidson's starter bikes, option bikes. There's no necessarily a specific starter bike, okay? So what I tell people all the time is there's three things to keep in mind when you're thinking about getting a motorcycle. The bike needs to fit you safely. That's the number one most important part. It needs to fit the riding style that you prefer, and I'll go over that with you guys here in a little bit. And it needs to fit your budget. The budget's very important too. So first off, let's have some fun, guys. Let's walk around the dealership. Let's check out a few different bikes, talk about some stuff like that, and get to it. So let's do it. So with your Street Bob, it's a smaller frame bike, but it's not a size of frame bike that you're going to grow out of quickly on. You're going to have a fully adjustable suspension, so you have a good ride. You have, depending on what gear and everything you're looking at, this is a 24, you'll have the 114 Milwaukee 8. Do not let this scare you, okay? A lot of people get freaked out because they see it's got a bigger motor in it. When you need that power, say you're on a highway and you got to get around a semi, you got to get out of a way, you want to have the power there. The power that you're getting out of that bike is all about in that throttle here, okay? So as long as you know your throttle response, you know how to ride a bike safely, you'll be fine with a bike with a little bit more motor to it. Along with that, you're gonna have a 6-speed transmission. So once you get the comfortable position where, you wanna take those longer trips with your friends, you wanna get on the highway, having that 6th gear, I promise you, compared to a 5-speed bike, I own one, you're gonna want another gear on there. And this is a mid-control setup bike. So what that means is those are not kicked out straight forward or they're not behind you. They're right in the middle. So it's more of an upright seating position for you to run down the road on. It gives you a little bit more upright seating position. Along with that, on your tails, you will have, your fuel gauge, so you know how much fuel you have. A lot of the Sportsters and things like that don't have fuel gauges. So it's nice to know how much gas you got. Bigger gas tank. The best starter bike is the bike that fits you safely, fits your bike riding needs, and it fits your budget. You got your Softails, you got lowrider S's, STs, and things like that. Now, when you get into the S's and STs, this is more of the sportier ride. So that's not necessarily a route I run to. Another great option too this year is going to be the Nightsters. So we were talking about Sportsters, okay? Harley got rid of the XL model frames and they came out with what's called the Nightsters. So these are 975cc. They have plenty of power. You're looking about 90 horse. These are going to be a 6-speed bike compared to the 5-speed bikes prior. If you're looking at a special or a standard, you have cruise control, traction control. Having traction control and stuff like that, obviously, it's going to help you save money on insurance, and it's going to give you a little bit safer ride. Having an ABS and things like that, being a newer rider, it's nice to have that stuff. Now, if you were thinking about doing a riding academy, this is the bike that you'll be riding. It's called an XG 500. Now, these are from Motor Company riding courses. So, the nice part with Harley Motor Company riding courses is the fact that it's all MSF. There's smaller classes. It's going to allow you to get more one-on-one with the coaches and allow you to actually, learn the right way of riding and not necessarily just have a check mark on a box from coach out on the range. So, if you're interested, go check out your dealership. Not every dealership does this, but there are options for it. Now, this bike is sitting on what we call the Jump Start, which allows you, if you don't have an endorsement, you just want to see what it feels like to get on a motorcycle, run through the gears, feel that friction point and things like that. It allows you to do that. And we can put basically any motorcycle on here besides a Tri-Glide. So if you got an option, go to your dealership and check out and see if they have something like this for you. Now, another really great option, and I know this sounds silly because you think this is a big bike, but it's not. It's your Heritage Softail. It's going to be the same exact frame as that Street Bob you looked at over there with me, but with this, you're going to have floorboards, which in return is going to be a more comfortable ride. You're going to have lockable hard bags in the rear, somewhere to put things. You got a windshield you can take on and off. You got more lighting up front so people can see you can see them. A Heritage Softail is another really good option. I always tell people, when you set on a Heritage, you set in the Heritage. When you set on a lot of other bikes, you set on top of that bike. Heritage is a great option too. If it's something that you're newer to doing and you want to get out and be comfortable, it's a good option right there. All right, so we went over a few different options for motorcycles. Now, again, it all breaks down to, what's going to fit you safely, what's going to fit the riding you need, style of bike, and it's going to fit your budget. That's very important. Now let's talk about budget. Obviously, people, when they buy their first motorcycle, they want to get something that's cheap that they can get on and not have to worry about dropping on the ground, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, we're talking about when you come out, just make that decision to buy your first Harley Davidson. Having a bike that's reliable is very important, especially for a new rider. You don't want to spend your time having to, adjust carbs, clean carbs out, things like that. And along with that, you want a bike that's going to be covered for you. So no matter what motorcycle you ride, you should obviously have insurance on that bike. Having insurance is very important. Have insurance, have gap. Now, going to purchase a motorcycle, that's what I do. I'm a sales manager for a dealership. It's very, very, very important when you go to your dealership or go to a dealership to look at a motorcycle is to set on every bike you can. Go out and buy a vehicle or a car or truck without driving it. I would hope not. Ride the motorcycles before you buy it. Okay, ride it. Don't ever let a salesman, and I'm saying this as a salesman, push you into any motorcycle for any reason. Okay, you should be the person that's making that decision on what bike you buy. Buy the bike that fits you, that makes sense to you, that you feel safe on. Okay, don't ever let anyone stray you into purchasing something you don't necessarily love the bike. Do your research before you go to the dealership. Get online, go to the motor company website. Jeff, you want to get in here?
What are we doing?
Tell them about what it's about to buy your first motorcycle.
What it's like?
Well, yeah, what's important about it?
What's important?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Comfort?
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 Comfort's important.
Very important. Make sure it fits you.
Yep. Most important part.
Oh, yeah.
The fitment of it. No.
And is it what you really want?
Right? You said it. Is it what you want? I was telling him, don't let no one bully you or push you into buying a motorcycle unless it's the right one.
No, and it don't matter what you ride, just ride.
Yep.
Back.
You heard him. Ride what you want. Doesn't matter what it is. You might have a friend or somebody that's trying to talk you into buying a specific model because that's what they have or whatever. Don't do that. Don't let your friends decide it for you. You heard me. Ever. True, guys. I've had a lot of people come in here with their buddies, and their buddies have rode, but they didn't ride, and their friends are trying to pick the bike out for them. Get the bike that fits you. Get the bike that you want. You're paying that payment and you're riding that motorcycle, so get the one that fits you the best and all that good stuff like that. But next, let's talk about riding gear. What you're wearing besides a helmet. Don't go out in shorts and wear shorts, run down the road. Don't be that guy that takes his t-shirt off and runs 100 mile an hour down the highway with the shirt off. If you want it, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. But let's go back to motor clothes and let's talk to the girls back there and see what their thoughts are on riding gear, especially for new riders. We know how to find Robin if we need to find her.
Yep.
I'm just gonna hit you with it.
Fun size problems.
Fun size? I'm fun size myself. Robin, I am making a video for new riders who are new to the game about motorcycles, how to buy the bikes, and most importantly, what to wear when they're riding their bikes.
Absolutely.
So what's the most important part if you get somebody that's new, come back here, what's the first thing you're gonna show them?
Helmet.
Helmet?
Gloves?
Yeah?
Sure, because gotta protect the gloves, gotta protect his fingers, gotta protect the head.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll go to boots, jeans, whatever your comfort level is, to try to make sure that you're gonna be safe in whatever you want to wear.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Can you show me a few options in helmets?
Absolutely.
I figured you could. Let's go.
Let's do this.
We won't lose her. All right. So what are we looking at? What kind of helmets do we got?
We got some full face modulars here. Got your pop-up feature, got your built-in sunglasses. We've got our Bluetooth option, one of my personal favorites because it's already built in. Also a modular. Also has the interior sun shield. Got your Bluetooth already on there. Just hook it up to your bike or your phone and go.
That's nice.
Yeah,
You can
easy
talk
peasy.
to people.
Yeah, if you really want to, yeah.
Yeah.
No one says you have to, though.
They have the options for it.
Yeah.
All right. So helmets, gloves, boots.
Yep.
Always wear boots.
Yep.
Smart. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go up and talk more about motorcycles.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you.
Guys, well, we got to hang out a little bit, got to talk a little bit about motorcycles. Always remember, get a motorcycle that's going to fit you safely. It's going to fit the riding style that you plan on riding, and it's gonna fit your budget. That's the most important part. Never let anyone talk to you into what motorcycle you buy. You buy the bike that fits you the best and, you know, makes sense to you. And then on top of that, get some safety gear. Throw that helmet on like Robin said. Put on those gloves and make sure you got ankle high boots because, you know, it's very important stuff. Anyways, I gotta get out of here, guys. I appreciate you for coming to hang out with me on Ride It Rot. If you're new around the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, share this video, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.